Print house, guys. So I had a question. Somebody asked me after I posted the perf cutting videos, and they asked me, well, how do you do contour cut and perf cutting all in one? Because you know, you got some jobs where you just want to do a contour cut and then a perf cut. So my product decals that I have in here now have a contour cut and a contour cut and a perf cut simultaneously. So I'm going to do another video on how to set this up, because you want to test the settings on the cutter for both contour cut and perf cutting with the same blade. And if you do that, you'll have no issues. I'm going to do another video explaining that, and then back and forth. I'll show you on the computer how I would match the settings. So, but yeah, there is a little bit of a setting that you got to do. On the cutter itself, you're just going to test the settings before you send the settings from Flexi. So now this is my first test on contour cutting and then perf cutting. So it's going to cut these little decals out, and then it's going to do a perf cut around a square on the outside. The part of the video where I let this print and cut, we're just going to cut and perf cut, I'll speed it up, but because it'll take time. Each one of those decals you see there's 7 contour cuts, smaller ones, and then there's 1 perf cut. So it's going to do both. So I'll go ahead and we'll start it up now. It's going to do the barcode setup. Now it's going to find the barcode. I also set up to have this roller kind of in between one, so it's on the, on the center between 2 cuts. And you could just do that by sliding your media left or right just to get it to line up better. I think it's 24 inches per second, per minute, sorry. That would be fast, 24 inches per second. So it's 54 inch. So you'll see, I set up for the kiss cut first, for the contour kiss cut, and then it does the perf after. It's checking the edge, front edge. And there it goes. So as you saw, it's going to go ahead and do all the kiss cuts first, and then it's going to come back and do the perf cut for each one, because obviously you don't want to do everything all in one, and you'll end up with a bunch of perf cuts, and who knows, if they go through, it might not feed right. So as you see, it's just doing the kiss cuts now. So I'll stop talking because I'm going to speed it up during that time. Alright, so I'm back to normal speed. Now it's going to finish the last one and come back and start doing the perf cut. So it's doing all the solid lines, going up and down, and then it'll go across. You also see when it does the perf cuts, it likes to start from the back front because the drive wheels are behind the cutting blade. So it makes sense, right? So it always tries to find the best route that makes sense. So it's always going to try to start from the back to go forward because of the drive wheels pulling it in. What's the purpose of this? A lot of people ask. Well, then you don't have to hand cut any of these out. It's doing that for you. And if you set it up right, you can do hundreds and hundreds You don't have to hand cut any of these out on your rulers, which I've done. You know, all of this is going to take a little bit of testing on your end, on people's end, to figure out the best settings for your machine. Now, I would like to think that if you have the same cutter, that you're going to manipulate the same settings. So you could try using the same settings I use on everything. See, now you see how it's starting on the bottom here. So when it's done with this first row, it's going to move its way back. It's never going to go back and forth now on the last cuts. So it's going to cut all the way back this way on the bottom. And then what it's going to do, it's going to do the top of them going back this way, as you see. So these are done. Technically, these are done now. And it's just going to work to the second row. So it's not overlapping a finished perf cut decal, which is what you want. The speed, everything at this point is your settings. I turned down my velocity on the cutter a little bit, just because I think that it'll be more accurate. So when I finish those cuts, I'll go ahead and just pull one out. If you listen closely, you could tell when you're full pressure and when you're half pressure, just from the sound of it cutting the back. So that's a nice clean cut. No, that's it. It's going to look for the new, oh, that's it. So go ahead and just pop one out. A little bit hard to do while it's on here. But as you can see, perfectly out. No torn edges. It's perfect. So that's contour cutting and perf cutting. So then the stickers on the inside here are just contoured out. So I'll do another video showing the settings on everything and how you want to set it up. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification. And again, see you in the next video.